Hello, hello, y'all. Happy Saturday. Let me fight my laggy. Let's assume this is laggy. Yep, there it is. Always fucking laggy. So let's do our tricks to fix this. Well, actually, let's try some new things. We can roll out some steps here to fix this lag. So let's do this, and we're gonna turn off cursor. Okay, and then we're gonna turn back on cursor. Is that enough to get rid of the lag? Nope. So that's not the solution. All right, so let's try another thing here. We're gonna say properties. We're gonna switch over to here. We're gonna say yup. And now let's switch back. And switch back. Does that fix the lag? Nope. Still laggy. Maybe it's this thing. So we do stop sharing. And then we gotta switch this to the other monitor, say okay, and we say back. Let's see if that fixes the lag. That does fix the lag. Son of a bitch. All right, so we know the problem now, chat, so that's good. All right, so we got day one, Jesus Christ, day one, part one working. I wrote it last night pretty late on stream, and we used a parser combinator library, which was super cool. So let's go over this quick. So we wrote this parser to parse our input. We wrote a parser for digits. We wrote a parser to get our game ID. We wrote a parser to parse out colors. We wrote a parser to get out our color count, a hand, which is a list of color counts, and then we have a round, which is effectively a list of hands. And then we have a parser for the whole game, which is a single line of our input. And then we have games, which is our entire input. So then down in our run function, we read in our input, we strip it, and we say parser.parse. We map over our games, and we sum our game IDs, which basically just goes down through and applies our logic. This is probably a lot more code than it needs to be, but I think it's pretty clean. And I have like these nice module types. Like this is how I would write production OCaml code. So we have like this module color is red, green, blue. We have upstring, toString, and a pretty print function. Yeah, like this, I feel like this came together really, really well. And I'm really, really happy with it. I think it's really clean and easy to read. And now we know how to use angstrom to parse our inputs into like useful data types without just straight up like regexing and string matching. So that's going to be really, really useful going forward. I think I went to bed in the West Coast before you did over there. Dude, I was up so late, but I was up until like that last 20 minutes or so. I was pretty awake because Justine and I had gone to First Friday, which is a thing Raleigh does where they like block off a bunch of the streets downtown, and they have like a bunch of vendors, and you can walk around with alcohol, and all the shops like are open. So we went down to First Friday and we found a new coffee shop, and I had a Americano at like 7:30 or 8 p.m. Partially because I knew I was going to stream at midnight, but yeah, I was freaking wired until about 2:30. But again, Antonio, thank you so much for the help last night. I really, really appreciate it. And like, Angstrom has clicked now, and I think it's really, really fun to write. Oh, I'm out of coffee. All right, I'm gonna go put my coffee mug on the charger and grab some water, chat. I will be right back. Now you can contribute to my networking libraries. I'm going to put the coffee mug on the charger. Sentences uttered by the utterly deranged. Listen, I know that it sounds ridiculous. And when I learned about the Ember mug, I was like, I have no use case for this. Why would you pay like $100 for a coffee mug? And then my mom got me it for Christmas, and I literally cannot imagine not using an Ember mug. Like, I think my chat reasonably well knows that I have ADHD. And before I got diagnosed and medicated, like, I drink coffee all day anyways, but like my coffee would get cold and then I'd go microwave it, and then I would forget I put it in the microwave, and then I'd remember like 3 hours later, I'd microwave it again, forget I put it in there, and then I'd end up either chugging hot coffee or chugging cold coffee. Like the Ember mug, it's so good. Hey Defect, can you link me to the one you're talking about? Because I would love to have one with longer battery life too. I mean, mine gets about an hour and 45 minutes fully charged. What's up, Abdi? Abdi, do I know you in real life, or are you just referring to me by my last name? Which is totally fine, by the way. A lot of people call me by my last name. All right, so I haven't even looked at, I dipped out of Prime Stream when he was starting part 2 because I didn't want to see anything. So let's look here. The elf says they've stopped producing snow because they aren't getting any water. He isn't sure why the water stopped. However, he can show you how to get the water source to check it out for yourself. It's just up ahead. As you continue your walk, the elf poses a second question. In each game you played, what is the fewest number of cubes of each color that could have been in the bag to make the game possible? As you continue your walk, the elf poses a second question. In each game you played, what is the fewest number of cubes of each color that... Okay, so it's just the smallest... It's the smallest hand in a game, or smallest hand in a round. So yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna open that and save that. Oh, that's a nice mug. I dig that. Actually, it's not DYLAN. It's actually DILLON. But you can call me Dylan. You can call me Mulroy. You can call me DM Mulroy. Doesn't matter. I have like my college group of friends and high school group of friends call me Mulroy. My like professional group of circle friends or people I met after college call me Dylan. There was always other Dylans in my friends group, so that's how I kind of always ended up going by my last name. Like my graduating class had 7 Dylans in it. Wait. PM Walls, did you know I actually worked for State Farm? That was my first job out of school. I did not go to NC State. Yeah, there was a Dylan, which was me, and then the rest were Dylans. Listen, I'm not Gen Z, Antonio. I am strictly millennial. I'm turning 31 in 2 months. Now my girlfriend, on the other hand, she is a Zoomer. And Nightshade's currently in an all-out war with Justine. Consider the example games from earlier. Game 1, blah, blah, blah. In Game 1, the game could have been played with as few as 4 red. We are going to want to take the lowest number for each color from a round. Okay. The power of a set of cubes is equal to the number of red, green, and blue cubes multiplied together. The power of the minimum set of cubes in game 1 is 48. In game 1. It's equal to the numbers. Okay, so we just multiply. Yeah. So what's that say? 4, 2, 6? That doesn't seem right. Oh, 48. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see what we have to do, chat. Oh, I just locked my screen because I'm a freaking idiot. Thank you for the raid, mtrixcraft. How was your stream? Oh, I have to wait 59 minutes? Did somebody already shout him out? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I did catch that in the documents this morning. So I can do something like this, right? And then parse a game ID. Yeah, let's do that quick because I like that. Parse one or more digits. And we'll just say game ID, and then we'll say, is this kind of like a standard convention here? Something like this. Did AOC and C++ had a real struggle with chars and edge cases. Hopefully we get around that because we did the work of writing an actual parser last night. I'm obviously not wanted here by chat. Nightshade, I love you. I am indifferent to your, like, I'm not on Justine's side and I'm not on your side. It's going to be a battle of the wits to see who makes it out alive here. There we go. So we got our parser all set up nice and clean with better error messages. And now we want to essentially find the lowest value. So let's bump our parser. Let's bump some of these modules. Yeah, let's bump a bunch of this out of the module or part 1 module and above it. And we'll throw that there so we can have access of it in day 2. And then we can go ahead and let's make this full screen. Your location, and we can minimize that. So let's one thing I want to do potentially is I want to go, is it in here? Where do we call, this isn't it. I want to go and trim my input before it gets passed. Run, okay, problem, where do we? So we want to go to here, problem runner, and then we say find problem, run problem. That should probably be a module, yep. And where is this? Input. That should be a string. So let's add here. Let's trim this. And we'll say result.map. And then we'll say string.trim. And then we shouldn't need to trim back in our other problem. So let's confirm that that worked. So if we come down to our first one here, oops, wrong day. Come in here, we should be able to get rid of our string.strip. And we should just be able to say parse input. Let's see if that worked, chat. So bump over to terminal and let's not yarn. What am I doing? Day 2, part 1. And that's the correct answer. Awesome. Okay, sweet. Let's come back over and let's get started on part 2 for realsies. So let's start by parsing our input into some games. Let's say let at games equal parser.parse input in. And we'll have to open let. So now we have our game T list, which if we look at what our game T list is, module game. So here's our game module. A game is a record that has an ID and a list of hands. And our hands looks like this, which is just a list of color counts. A color count is our color and a count. Dude, writing this parser makes this so easy to work with. Oh my God. In fact, we could even make this, no. So we want to now, let's just say we need to loop over our hands in a game and we need to find the minimum color of each. So let's say let find minimum. Let's turn off Copilot. I don't want help. Disable. Find minimum RGB in count in hand. And we'll get a hand. And let's just annotate this. This is going to be a hand.t, right? So then we'll say, or wait, what is our hand? It's a color count list. Can you have, in your input, is it possible to have like, can one hand have 3 blue? No, you only have in round. So do we have a round type? What's up, Chad? Do we have a type round? We don't. Let's see what our types are. We have a hand. Right, we don't need a round in game. In game, sure, whatever. All right, so we'll just take a game then. Game.t, and then we'll say let we'll want to reduce. So let's just say let underscore, and let's just return a unit quick. And we'll say equals that, and just to get some that, and we'll say list dot fold left. And then we'll say we're going to have this function that this function is going to be f, and we're going to get a function that gets a hand, And let's annotate that. It'll have an accumulator before it. Yanks random word. This will be a hand.t. And let's just return the ACK. And we'll just say this is ignored for now. And we'll say this will be game.hands. Okay, that looks good. We need our initial value, which we'll just use a tuple. So we'll say 0, 0, 0. Right, that looks good. And then let's say we want this function in here. What is this going to do? It's going to compare. Let's reduce hand maybe, or update. What did I call it in game one? How did I name these functions? Game exceeds limits, some game IDs. Naming is such a bitch. Let's just write it out sloppy first, and then we'll fix it. We will say, we can say that this is going to be R. Oh, I see what's going to happen here, chat. This is going to be cool. RGB. And we'll come over here and we'll say this will be RGB. And then let's bump down to a new line and let's do our nice little boom equals boom in. That's the worst formatting I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Whatever. That's so bad. Whatever. We'll let OCaml format do its thing. So then we'll say a hand is a list of colors. So we're going to reduce our hand. So let's actually add a function to our hand type. And let's go up here and we're going to say
functions describe the world.
Let's say we have a new type in here and we'll say it's type RGB, right? And that will just be a tuple of int. That needs to be a star, right? I knew that.
Functions describe.
Thank you for the follows. Indrasit, Bastios, Bougie Possum, love that name. A Million Winters, if you're still here, thank you so much. And BitShifter, sorry for missing all the follows. I appreciate all of you choosing to spend your time with me. So now we have this RBG type, and we can say color count. Let's say let to RGB, right? And in fact, to RGB, we'll get a hand. Let's just return a unit real quick. And this type needs to be, let's move these types up. Right? And then we can say our color to RGB hand, we will list dot fold left, right? And then we'll have a init, which is a RGB, and it'll be 0, 0, 0. And then we have a function, which will be a function that gets a color count. So we can just destructure out, we need our accumulator, right? We need RGB, and we can destructure out our count and color. Actually, we'll just get color count, right? Color count, and then we'll say boom. And then we want to do a match. We'll say match color count dot color with, we'll say red, and we'll return color count dot count GB, and then we'll say blue or green, and we'll do R color count. In fact, maybe we should destructure. Destructuring might be nice here. So let's say, let's destructure this. This will be color and count. And we can just say color count dot color. And then we'll match on color, right? We can say delete to there, and then we can delete there, delete to that. This will be count, and this will be B. That's that. So let's bump that down, and we need another match, and this will be blue. And then we'll say if we match on blue, we're going to return RG and then count there. All right, so that is how we convert our hand into an RGB, right? We should, you can just say pipe hand into there. Yep, that looks good. So this should return an RGB. And let's just say that returns an RGB. Yep. So we get a, let's say we annotate this as a T. So now the type definition should be we get a hand to an RGB. This is so clean. I am so glad we built this parser. Working in these structs and types makes solving these so much more enjoyable and feel like just like programming on a day-to-day basis rather than like hacky code. Okay, let's minimize that. So now we can find minimum. We're folding over this. We get our hand, right? So now that we have our hand, this is where it gets cool, chat. The work we just did, we can say, we'll say let R, G, and B equals hand.toRGB hand in, right? And then we can say, what's the best way to update this tuple? Can we pattern match on this? Right. Yep. Thank you, Lesby. That's a great idea. So then we'll return, and we don't want min, we want max. We want int.max, R and R. And then we want int.max of G and G, and int.max of B and B. And then we can delete this John right here. All right, so now we should have, see the minimum RGB count, right? It's kind of confusing the way I named this function. Well, actually, it's not really confusing given the context of the prompt. But the prompt basically is asking, what is the lowest amount of, what are they, dies? Is that what the game is? Dice? Or cubes? What is the minimum amount of cubes need to play around? Which would effectively be the highest value of each color in a hand. So hand one, we have 3 blue, 4 red. So at minimum, we need 3 blue and 4 red. We still need 4 red. Now we need 3 blue, 4 red, 2 green. Now we need 6 blue, 4 red, 2 green, and we stay at 2 green. 1 second, chat. I'm getting a phone call from the missus. Hello? Hey, what's up?
What do you want to do for lunch?
I'm still not super hungry. I ate that pizza. I probably won't eat till dinner. Either Brenner or maybe Heyday. I don't know.
Ooh, we're good talk about it.
All right, I'm streaming though, so I'm gonna hop back to it.
My bad.
No, you're all good.
All right, love you back.
Love you too. Bye. So now we get our RGB, right? So we get RGB. This looks so complicated. It doesn't need to look complicated. We're gonna clean this up in a second, so don't sweat it. We'll make this easier to read. Let him cook. Welcome to chat though, Puka. So for a given game, we now have our RGB values, and we need to let them cook would be like, just give the person time. They might be struggling, but they're gonna figure it out, or they're making something better. Just give them a second. Let him do his thing. Yeah. Okay, so we have our RGB, and what's the puzzle want us to do? The power of a set of cubes. Okay, so we're going to... This is where we probably want to break this out to... What would you call this function? I'm going to ask ChatGPT, see if it can give us a good name for this. I hate naming things. What would be a good name for the reduce/fold function in this code? Max RGB of hands? Okay. I can fuck with that. Let max RGB of hands. And that's gonna get, it's gonna take a RGB, and it's gonna take hands. Actually, it'll take a hand. And we'll say, I guess we'll do RGB, and then we can copy, let's annotate this function here. Yank surround in Word, and we'll say that's a hand.t. And then we'll just copy this. Yoink that, paste that there. In fact, we can just go ahead and say delete, well, we can say hand into hand dot 2RGB, and then we can say, let's just leave it like this. This is readable. And then we can replace our function in here. We can delete in that, and we'll say max RGB of hands. Check that out. We have splits in Ghosty on Linux. Nice. Have they talked at all, Ron, about a remote control API yet? The hand of type.t. Yeah, we can go look at that quick. The hand of type.t is a color count list, which is just a color and a count. So a hand is essentially, if we look at our input, a hand is the colors up until a semicolon. So that's a hand, this is a hand, hand. So we now have the find that, and I guess we can just return that, right? Let's actually rename this. This will be hands. And let's make this hands. And this will be, change word, hand.t. And that'll be a list. And then we'll say there. And we'll just return this. Right? We don't need the I. Delete in Word. Boom. And then we will say list some power of what is the power of a set of cubes. Some power. In fact, we can go up here and like write another like nice little helper function. Let's actually make just like another module, right? Let's say module RGB. Struct end, and we'll say our type T is int, so we'll just delete that, throw that there, and then we'll say let power, and we'll take a RGB, and we can destructure that here, red, green, blue, and we'll say we just multiply it, red times green times blue. I'm stopping at Wegmans. Do you want or need anything? We might need more rice. Funny enough, Justine. I need 2 pounds of roast beef and a cup of au jus. That actually sounds real good right now. So let's go fix this. This will be an rgb.t. And we have a warning down here. So let's say some power. This will be let some power of game, and we'll take a game, and we'll annotate that, and we'll say that's a game.t, and power of games, and this will be a game list, and we'll say list dot fold left, and we want to have this function that's going to be, wait a second, nope, this is our reduce, sum power of games. We're gonna have a sum, and we'll have a game. So we'll say we'll return sum plus it'll be sum plus RGB dot power of find minimum in game dot hands. Right? This should return a rgb.t. So what's this saying? Oh, right. We need to use int.add. Int.add, so we'll say sum, and then we'll say at rgb.power, and we'll say at find minimum game.hands. Unbound value int. What? What? Am I crazy? Int dot Why can't I just freaking add? Oh, I must just have to do this, right? We'll say sum plus rgb.power at find minimum game.hands. Yeah, there we go. It's because I'm using base. Oh, now it's fine. Okay, what the hell? Okay, so we now have our accumulator, and we should be able to sum power gains. That's our reducer. So then down here we can say parser.parse. We'll come here and we'll say boom, and we can pipe that. We'll say that goes into list.fold left, and our initial value will be 0, and then our function will be sum power of games. And then we'll pipe that into a result.ok. Actually, first, before that, we need to pipe it into, we want to actually map it, right? We'll say string of int, or actually we'll use int.toString. And then we'll say result.ok. This type has type string when expression was expected of result t. Where do we get an option? What function is giving us an option? Yeah, we'll stand up for a good posture check here. Yo, this playlist is kind of fire today. Uh, 6412. Do you? I know your real name now. Do you prefer to go by 6412, or can I call you by your real name? What's your preference? We forgot the Ethan, or either, to be honest, entirely up to you. You can call me dickhead if you like. All right, cool. I'll probably mix and match it, to be honest, because my brain. What does parser give us? Oh, parser gives us a result. Duh. Silly me. So we just got a result.map. Result.map. Do we just say we have a function? Okay, I might be becoming a fan of base. That's pretty damn nice. And then we say result.map, and the function will be int.toString. That's pretty nice. You can't tell me that's not nice, chat. That's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty dope. Let's go test our output and see if we can get the day or the test input correct. So that's the real input. So let's do that, flip-flop them. That should be our test, yep. So let's bump this up and we'll go back. Whoa, what the fuck? There we go. Delete that, and we'll bump this open. Whoops. We'll say Dune exec, part 2, open let. Okay, sure. We get 2286. Is that what it's supposed to be? 2286, chat. I'm not saying that was a first try, but that was straight up a first try. Let's go. Hopefully we have all our edge cases covered here and the actual puzzle input just works. I would be so happy if this just worked. Let's try to like feel lucky about this and we'll just do the submit. Let's give it a watch. And we'll go down and we'll say /-- submit. Did we get it? That's the right answer. Let's go. Let's go. First try. Oh, that's so cool. That's so freaking cool. This is so dope. Man, that's so dope. Okay. Let's go ahead and clear this out. That's day 2 complete. Part 2, first try, by the way. Uh, 642. I have a custom OCaml format. The font's dank mono, and I have a custom OCaml format. It uses, was it G dot? Yeah. I just do profile default, and then I add let binding spacing equals double semicolon, so I get like the like indentation with the double semicolons. So I get stuff like that. Otherwise, I like kind of just the default. That's so cool, chat. Let's go tweet some images of these because I am really, really happy with how this came out. How do we want to do this? We'll use my terminal. When I use my terminal for screenshots, I tend to get more likes. So let's go here and let's get this such that it captures part 1. We can go up. Yeah, there we go. So that's part 1. We just go up a line. So we need to make it a little bit bigger. And let's go get rid of this window. And we're going to get rid of this window. And let's go down a line. We might need to make it, yeah, we need to add one more line. There we go. And let's go ahead and center this. And we'll take the old screenshot. Five. Let's move this and grab some buffer. Something like that looks pretty good. And now let's wait for the cursor. Ah, shit, I'm recording. Lol, I'm an idiot. Skill issues, chat.
Functions describe the world.
Yeah, open let. I can, are you asking about what open let does, TV Josh? I want to take a capture selected portion. Yeah, I can show you what that does in a second here. So there's our part 1. So let's go tweet. Let me bring this over here. Advent of code, day 2 complete. Look how clean this came out by using a parser combinator and so we'll throw that screenshot in. And then let's get part 2 in. So we can make this smaller. I know this isn't all the code, but yeah. In fact, we should retake that first screenshot because there's like a lot of right padding. So let's grab this and come there. And let's center this again. And we'll just grab this screenshot while we have it. Yeah, let's just grab this while we have it. Boom. 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 And boom. I think I got the cursor in. Damn it. We can time this. Got it. So we got part 2. And now let's go back and get part 1 in. 1 second, chat, getting a phone call. I'm just going to take this while I finish up these screenshots. Hey, what's up, dude?
What are you doing? What?
I am... All right, we're back, y'all. Let me just get this tweeted out, and then we're gonna work on writing a Twitch bot integration thing to let you guys essentially redeem 1,000 points for a chance to win a Keychron Q4 that I'll ship to you if you win. We're gonna try to write it in OCaml, but if it's taking too long, I don't want to like have that turn into just like another side project. So if we can't get a quick Twitch integration written in OCaml, we're just gonna like whip it out quick in TypeScript. And if we still have time, we're gonna work on create Melange app. I think I might have just added the same parts twice. I did. Damn it. Damn it, chat. All right, let's go ahead and put sensitive on. that, edit, and throw sensitive on this. I guess I can show you guys what I'm doing here. Save that. Say this is part 2. Save, and we'll say this is going to be part 1. And then let's get a link to our code. Full code. And let's go to my GitHub. Slash DM Mulroy / Advent. This will be day 2. Yep. Is this all pushed? Yeah. Man, I am so happy with how this came out. I am so happy. Boom. What do you think? At the Primogen, at Tej. Who else is doing? Sabine is doing it. Trent's doing it. So let's get Trent.
Functions
6 strings,
describe
9.
the world.
What is Trent's handle? 6 strings, 8, 6, 9. There we go. Who else is, I'm just tagging. There should be a Twitch lib. Oh, I could do it in Melange. Okay, maybe we'll do that, Antonio. Marcel, what is Marcel's handle? I'm gonna go pop open another Twitch. I'm just trying to tag all the people that have tagged me in their stuff. We'll tag Leandro. Marcel, that's what we want. Grab that. And the last person I'll tag is point, or what is that person's handle?
Functions describe the world.
Oops. You're totally right. It's like point pixel hero. That's what we want. Boom. All right, chat. If anyone wants to go promote the tweet, I would appreciate it. Okay, let me catch up on chat here now that I'm done doing my screenshots. So we wanted to talk about the let modules. I know that was the last thing I read, so we can pull that up. It's a module. Oh, it looks like bitmappers have to, rather than having to write boom. Yeah, so Lespi's right. It's a module that has custom let binding operators, which I can talk about in a second. In fact, probably this tweet doesn't exist. What? Should exist. Does it not exist for anyone else? Thank you for the sub, Dave. Super appreciate it. Let's go. What are we gonna do? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the custom let thing. So I'm gonna show you an example from my conference talk in ReasonML. it's going to have a much more clear way to explain this. Next frontier. There we go. Let's see here. So who was the person asking about the let? It was Josh. Okay. So where's my reason code? Let's step through this, blah, blah, blah. This is when we get the results. Yeah, okay. So Josh, in here we have, in OCaml, we have result types, right? And our result type is made up of two values, right? We have an OK variant, which has some sort of type and data in it. And then we have an error type, and that's just expressed as, result of OK type of error type is, if you know TypeScript, same exact type essentially as what you see here. And then let's say we have this safe divide function, right? Our safe divide function will divide two integers. If y is 0, we'll return our error variant. Otherwise, we'll return our OK variant, do our division, less any remainder, because we're only working with ints. And then if we call that with 10 and 2, answer result is going to be of type result int string, right? Our int will just be this. Our string will be our error. And then to get those values out, we can switch on that and then match on the two branches. Or we can use a custom let operator, which looks like this. We can say let our custom let operator equals result at bind. Bind functions when bound to let operators in OCaml and Reason kind of work like your await keyword in JavaScript, where you can say let my value equals await some promise, and it will unbox the asynchronous value from your promise. So this is effectively doing the same thing, right? So this is saying let OK answer equals safe divide. And this operator is going to say, okay, if safe divide returns our OK variant, we're going to unbox the inner value and assign it to this variable. If it returns our error variant, we're just going to immediately return from the scope with our error. So that's how that kind of works. You can use that with basically any sort of data container type that has a bind function on it. Yeah, it's just a really useful thing. So in my code base, I have this defined as let at rather than let.ok. OCaml doesn't support this exact syntax, only Reason does, but it's the same thing. So we could just be let at, and that's the same syntax. So that's how that works. Hopefully that makes sense and was helpful. I'll just also say, let me give a link to the full code. I forgot to do that in my tweet. Oh, I already did link the full code. Okay, they can figure it out. All right, so let's go look on OPAM let's just spin up our next project. Our next project today is going to be writing our Twitch integration for basically raffling off a keyboard. So let's just quit out of Advent of Code, and we will say change directory up, say Dune init project. I don't even know what to call this. Twitch integrations. I don't know. That's probably fine. So let's change directory into Twitch integrations, and we will say opam switch create. I want 5.1. Did 5.1.1 come out, or 5.1? I think I can't remember if they released another version. OCaml base compiler. 5.1.0. Okay, we are using the right version. So we'll create our new switch. Should let you just click through that, but the full source is linked. Okay, so it takes a hot minute when we spin up a new switch chat, so just give this a second. I guess in the meantime we can go look to see if there's a native Twitch. Not looking like it. All right, so maybe we will use Melange. Let's go look for npm Twitch. Does anyone know what like the de facto standard Twitch? Does Twitch publish one? Do they put out their own? Package was named a twerple. So this gets 5,000 weekly downloads. This isn't much better. Let's go look at the GitHubs. This was, the last commit was last year, and this was last week. All right, so we're going with twerple. So we're gonna write some bindings to twerple. Let me see, somebody just asked me for a screenshot of something. Let me open a new OS window. Yeah. Let's come over here and let's go to Advent. Oh, we just got done. Let me see if I can get a screenshot of our parser real quick. It's in lib, problems, this. Can we fit the parser in a single screenshot? Let's make the font a little smaller. We'll do that and we'll see if we can get it in. That's what she said. I might just link this. Ah, so close. Yeah, we'll just link to the code on. Let's vim into this project. Dude, my ADD is all over the place right now. Let's go to GitHub and we'll grab Advent of Code. And let's say we go there, problem 2, and then the parser is this line down to that line. Where's the parser? Boom. All right. What keyboard are you using? I'm using a Keychron Q4. And we're actually working on writing a Twitch integration to let you redeem points for a chance to win one. Ah, hell. Skill issues, chat. All right, so let's see how this library works. Dimension twerple auth. Are we on twerple auth? So we probably want that and that. Yeah, so I have my MacBook here. I have a 27-inch monitor directly in front of me, and then to my left, I have another 27-inch. So how does this work? Do they not have any good docs here? Oh, here's the documentation. Here we go. Twerple. If you run an application that doesn't have any use for user login to access user-specific data, can use app tokens. What is happening here? To only ever use a single token determined at instantiation time, use a static token. Probably want an auto refreshing token. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is what I've been waiting to see. App token auth provider, we just pass in a client ID. Okay, that's easy. Direct connection adapter comes from our event sub. We have some secret listener.start. Okay, so let's make a, let's see if we can do this without leaking my creds here. So we'll make a dir, what the F? Dir and allow. I'm gonna open up a PR at some point to not do that.
World.
Dot, let's see, G dot. So we have an mRC. So in here, let's say export client ID, your client ID, and then we'll say export client secret, and then we'll have potentially another secret for the pub sub. I'm not sure if we're gonna want because what do we need to do? We need to listen for a point redemption, and then we need to check if the point redemption will be by the end of the day, we'll all be streaming as Dylan. The risk is real, honestly, but you know, more me in the world, be a good thing. Maybe. Debatable. I think Justine would probably disagree with that point, but you know, whatever. So how do we know if we want the event pub sub listener versus like, we will want the chat client too. All right, let's start by getting Melange set up. So let's go to our Doom project and let's Let's split open to another terminal and we'll go to Z, create melange app. Man, I'm so close to just being able to use create melange app that we could have almost used this to spin it up. Like, hopefully by the end of the day, we have like a MVP for spitting out web app or Webpack melange apps. It's so close. Let's go look at our Dune project and let's just gank this. Come over here, paste that in, and then everywhere we see create melange app, we can just do %s and we'll say create melange app, and we'll say that will be Twitch integrations. Okay, I'm not sure, change to that. That'll be Twitch integrations for my stream. Okay, we want OCaml. That's good. That's good. That looks good. We don't need reason because we're not going to be writing any React this time. The fuck? Why can I not delete find comma? There we go. And we'll just add in like Twitch. All right, that all looks good. Let's open a terminal down below. Yeah. And we'll say during allow. And let's say Dune build at install. Oh, right, we need to go update our Dune file. I didn't see the value of create melange app at first, but now I'm stoked. It's gonna be sweet. So how do we set this up over here? We have a Dune. And let's yoink this. And we can delete some of this. This will be delete to there, and we'll call this Twitch integrations. Target build. We don't need that. We do want that top one. Thank you for the follows, Lucky Man 04, Plank Cipher, Grawl, Gratis Victory. If I missed some of you, if you're still here, I appreciate all of you choosing to hang out with us. Always super appreciative of everyone in chat. So that looks good. And then let's go in here and let's get rid of let's get rid of lib, and we're gonna rename this to source. Okay. And we will say in here we have this Dune. So what does that look like over here? I think this is just going to be app. Yeah. So let's yank around there, come over here, come into this Dune file, paste that in. Yes, I know I need to install my dev dependencies. I'm so ready, Antonio, for OPAM 2.2 to come out. So we have the like -- with dev setup flag. What did I do wrong over here? I want to yoink that, come paste this in, and then we can get rid of that. We'll keep that. We don't need that. Don't need any of that. Delete to there. I need to go publish some of my bindings I wrote, especially for like FS Extra. We don't need reason anymore. All right, that looks like a good starting point there. And let's go look at this Dune file. That should build our app. Yep. And then our Dune project. Okay, this all looks good. Okay. So let's try doing this again. Oh, there's still a create melange app somewhere. Oh, right here it is. This should be Twitch integrations. In here, we're just gonna delete this for now. I don't even know if we're gonna need bin, but we'll just rock with it for now. All right, so we're built. Now let's go start writing some bindings to this library. So we'll go into source and let's do a, what was this called? It was like twerple. Yeah, twerple. You can close that. Yes, hide that. Back in here, and we'll say twerple slash. Write that. And we'll come in here and let's make a Dune file. Okay, and actually we should have went and looked at our how we did Dune files for our bindings in the other repo. So let's go source. This was a simple one. Yoink that, and we can hop back over here and let's just name this Twitch integrations, and we'll come over here and we'll say this is going to be create melange app. Okay, and we can come into, I don't know why it's putting me in that directory. Go to twerple, Dune, paste that in, save that. We should install our dev dependencies. So let's go ahead and Dune install, not Dune install, OCaml install. Yep, that looks good. What's up, Adrian? How you doing today? It's going really well. I'm super stoked with how Advent of Code Part 2 came out. I learned a bunch of really useful stuff from some really awesome people. Now we're working on writing some Twitch integrations to let you all redeem points to try to win a Keychron Q4 keyboard. And I'll ship it to you if you win. Packing for a company trip? Nice. Where are you heading, if you don't mind me asking? Not to dox your trip or anything. Approach despite its cleanliness. That's what we're doing right now, Adrian. So you caught it just in time. How long have I been streaming for? I think my first stream was on September 30th of this year. So like a little over 2 months. Thank you for the follow, Saint Rabbit. Super, super appreciate you hanging out. That's all right. The VOD will be recorded if you want to come back to it. Yeah, it'll. All my VODs are uploaded to my Twitch channel. Let me see if I can find a link here. And I keep forgetting to set it up so they automatically get posted. So they automatically get posted to YouTube too. I'll probably set that up later today. How do I find my videos? Yeah, here we go. Here's the link to all my VODs. What am I working on right now? Oh yeah, we should rewrite what we're working on. We're building Twitch automations with OCaml. There we go. I updated the title. Yeah, so we're writing a Twitch integration that we're going to make a new point redemption where chat will be able to redeem 1,000 points for a 1 in probably 10,000 chance to win a keyboard. So a Keychron Q4. I don't know if this is in screen, but yeah, basically every time we hit the message, the point redemption will go. We'll log to chat. We'll do like math.random between 1 and 10,000. Our chatbot will say the number is such. This person redeemed this points, and then it'll be like this person rolled, and then if they hit it, I'll get the notification and I'll work with them like either on Discord or Twitch DMs to figure out how to ship it, and that's what we're gonna do. Figure I can use some of the money I've made from streaming, albeit not much, but just enough to cover a keyboard to get back to y'all, because I wouldn't be able to do any of this without any of you, and it still truly blows my mind that y'all hang out and watch me code and talk about life and all that. I appreciate all of you. All right, so let's grab melange.js too. My build is here. I definitely gonna do some Twitch maintenance this weekend. Okay, this library is called Twerple. And you can come in here and we will have like a top level Twerple, twerple.ml. And then we'll have we need auth. So let's say auth.ml. Make both of those. And in our Twerple, we'll bring in module. Hold on, let me go take care of my dog. She's barking real quick. Winnie Marie. Hey. No more barks. Oh, you're home. Hi. Hi, Bodes. You carrying around a shoe? Is Justine home? Oh, yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Thank you for bringing me that shoe. Go take it to Justine. So we'll say module auth equals auth. Let's get Dune build going. Melange.ppx is not found. Why? We have mode melange. Why is melange not found? We have it right here. Should be there. Maybe I just have to do an OCaml install. I guess we did have stuff to do. Huh. I thought when I created my switch, it would have brought that in. Oh, we updated the Doom project after we made our switch. That's why. So anyone that's not familiar with OCaml and Reason, an OPAM switch is basically like node modules. Mm-hmm. I love this station. This is really good today. I'm gonna like star this station. Justine, are you still down here?
What?
Are you down here?
Yeah.
Come here quick.
Is your lamp delivered yet?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. I'm probably gonna stream for like another hour, hour and a half.
Okay.
Do you want to go to Kohl's and Home Depot with me? Or no, you don't have to.
Sure.
I just figure you like running out.
I do.
Yeah. Well, run out.
Only if you make me a mod on your stream.
Okay, I will make you a mod on my stream right now
Yes.
at mod J Cole. Boom. You're now a mod.
Yes. And for anyone who doesn't know, I'm trying to be like better than I'm not trying to be like Nightshade. I'm trying to be better than Nightshade. And collect streamers as well. So
She's trying to get more streamer moderatorships than Nightshade.
yeah, he's
She
over
has-
here, like Thanos
she has-
collecting them.
She is me, Meta, CM Griffin, Swelker. What up, Colchis? Alright, so we got that installed, so now we should be able to run. Who doesn't have Swelker mod, to be honest?
Hey, be nice to my streamers.
Alright, now we're building. We got Melange working. Let's go to source, Twerple, and let's start writing our auth. So let's say we have, we'll say let, or it'll be external make is going to be a function that takes, we have this like type client credentials, let's just say. Client credentials. I'll make this a bit bigger for you, chat. Client credentials equals client ID is a string, client is a secret, that looks good. And then GCC, and we'll say this is going to take client credentials.
Functions describe the world.
And we're going to return, let's say we have a type T. It's not bad. We'll return T. This is not new. This will be mel. And that will be new. And then also at mel dot module, and it comes from at Twerple /auth. That should be building. Let's go see. Let's just say let underscore equals make client ID equals that, and client secret equals that. And yeah, let's just see what JavaScript that generates. Thank you for the follow, Vecfu. Appreciate you hanging out. We'll go up, and that's going to go into our build directory. Or actually, it should come in here. I don't know what that build mob.js thing is. That looks new. Huh. Oh, we probably have to use it in our main app. Right. It wouldn't need to compile this. So we need to keep going. In fact, we can go test this. We can go test this in Melange Playground. Playground, go to the unstable version, drag this over, collapse that, collapse this, collapse that, and I guess we can full screen this. And we'll paste in our bindings here. Export star as auth from Twerple. Not sure that's right. We might need to use the scope tag. Yeah, we need to get refreshing auth provider. So let's call that. Let's go into our Melange Playground. I think we can say mel.scope on top of this. At mel.scope. What's up?
I just had to show this to you because I got the wrong order. This was supposed to be a gift for your mom, but I got this instead.
The best thing I've ever found on the internet. Did they just send you the wrong thing?
Yeah. But so that's yours now? If it said heart OCaml, then I feel like that would be fitting.
Yeah. That'd be great. There it is, chat. Beautiful mug.
It's your mug now.
I don't want it.
I don't want it either.
So let's break this open while we write this, and let's do these side by side so we have the docs. That was not the right doc site. It is a refreshing auth provider. So let's go delete that. We'll paste that in. That should do that. Let's see if that was right there. Auth.refreshing authprovider.make. That's not quite right. Oh, this is it's a constructor. Is it just default? I don't even know how this works. Wait, what am I doing wrong here? Or do we say refreshing? I think we don't need the scope, and we just name that this. Right? Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Perfect. So that generates the correct JavaScript. Nightshade's upset he can't ban you in my chat anymore, Justine. Listen, this fight is between you two, Nightshade. I'm not involved.
Wait, is he talking shit? I'm not even there to defend myself.
All right.
What is he saying?
He just said he can't ban you. Why don't you join my stream and look? So let's actually write a module, and we'll call this refreshing auth provider. And this will be struct end, and we'll have a type T in here, type T. We can delete this, and then we'll bump this up here. And then we'll say, oh no, did that not actually? Skill issues, chat. We can say refreshing auth provider.make. There we go. Yep, that's exactly what we want. Beautiful. All right, so let's copy this and take this back to our code. And we'll just do the old boom.
Hey, one more question, then I'm gonna leave you alone.
What's up?
So, how long do I have until we're running errands?
Let's aim for like 3:30 for me to wrap up streaming, and then
Okay, cool.
that work?
I'm gonna go play video games.
You're gonna go play Sims?
Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll probably stop streaming around 3:30. Go take a shower, and then we can go run errands. All right, so we've got this written. And we need to figure out what the return type is actually, because we don't know that yet. So let's minimize this again, and we get a auth provider back. And then our auth provider has this onRefresh function. I want to go find the types for this guy. Do even index.d, index.d's nuts. We have a refreshing auth provider. Here we go. So we should make that our name, actually. So let's let's delete this, and we'll say type config equals, it's going to have a client ID, which is a string, and then we'll say at mel.as, and this will be client ID. Yep. We don't have a refresh token, but we do have a redirect URI. And this is going to be an option. So we say option, and we'll mark this as optional at mel.optional. And then we need to say at deriving abstract. Okay, and the make is going to take a config and return a T. And we missed the app implied scopes. So let's say, yep, that's a string list, and it's actually going to be app implied scopes. I don't know what the hell mel list is, but we're going to get rid of that. Be optional, and that needs to be an option. Okay, that looks super good. And then our T, get this symbol menu out of the way. Does that stand for read the fucking manual? Talk. Can we just talk? Is that external stuff importing JS libs for Melange? Yeah, that's how we bind to JavaScript libraries. So you'll see, like, if I copy this, let me get a little bit further ID functor, and I'll show you what this looks like. Let me get some types for what this actually has. How many functions does it have this? That has a lot. So let's just like get the bare minimum we need to make this work, and we can worry about, actually, let's go see the tutorial. That's going to tell us what we need to do. We need onRefresh for sure. So let's say equals that, and it's going to have onRefresh. Felt like this before. OneRefresh is going to take a, let me just talk. maybe we don't want to put it on a T. Maybe we say we do like let refresh, let on refresh. On refresh. This will be external actually. External on refresh is going to be a thing that takes a user ID, which I assume is a string. So we'll say user ID, that'll be a string, and it'll get this is actually a callback, but we can fix that in a second. New token data, let's just say we have type token data, and we'll keep it abstract for now. Token data, or opaque, not sure what the right word for that is. Token data. Token data, and we don't need the unit. Send dot first, or mel dot pipe dot first T. I think that's how that works. Let's go look at our bindings for that. Mel dot send pipe T. Yoink. And we'll come back over here, view around that, paste that in there. And we're going to return, it's probably going to return a unit. And we'll say it's on refresh. On refresh. Yeah, I'll pop that open here in a second, Antonio. Whoops. Conflicting attributes were found with mel.send pipe. Why? Oh, I don't need that. American Dream. So let's see what this ends up looking like in Melange Playground. What is I can't remember my freaking key bindings ever for rectangle. That's not right. Oh God, I locked my screen. How the hell am I doing? Ooh, that'll be sweet. And then we'll say redirect URI is none, and scopes will also be none. And then let's say we have let provider equals that, and we'll go down, go to the end of the line, say in, go down to the next line, and we'll say refreshing auth provider dot on refresh, and that's going to take a user ID. User ID, we'll just say that's an empty string, and token data, we'll just say this is a string too for now. Token data is also a string. Unused, oh, then we pass in provider. Isn't that freaking cool, chat? So ID functor, this is the JavaScript that our bindings generate. And if you ever want to play around with this, let me grab the link, throw it there, and we can flip-flop between reason and OCaml just seamlessly. So there's the reason code. Yeah, isn't it freaking cool? Like that's like really good JavaScript too, isn't it? So our thing is not quite right. We have this, and we're gonna want to say that this is at mel.uncurry cannot be applied to the whole definition. Why not? Oh, this returns a unit. There we go. On refresh, right? So this will be function, and that'll be a function then that just does that. That's partially applied? Why is that partially applied? This is a callback, Antonio. Where are we pattern matching here? You need T. I passed T in right here. Like this looks close to right. This actually does look rightish. Yeah, I got you. This might, yeah, character limit. I'll send it to you in Discord. Remove the colon. The colon. Wait, why do I need to remove the colon? Line 27. Wait, I'm right here? So what if I do like cat and dog? Still non-exhaustive pattern matching? You can take any string? Yeah. So do I just like not make them labeled arguments? Like it'd just be string. I'm confusing myself. Clearly, I'm confusing myself. Like the callback should be, do I have to mark it with @you? No. I'm like real confused right now. User ID to token data to unit. You're saying it's a function. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay. Thank you. How do we rename this then? It's like token data. I never remember how to do this. token data underscore. Yeah, that's how we do it. Okay. Huge skill issues there. You thought you were passing arguments, but you were taking arguments. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. That makes so much more sense. Cool, so that looks good. And if we actually wanted to use them, we could just like boom, boom, and then we could just be like js.log
Functions
user ID
describe the
and
world.
token data. Boom. Look at that, chat. How's that for some JavaScript generated by OCaml? Thank you for the follow, Gang Elf. Appreciate you hanging out. So let's make sure this is up to date. There we go. Sweet. All right, what other functions do we need now on our... Damn it, I keep locking my computer. We want that. Bump that to the side. Add user for token. Create a file named tokens.userid.json with the following structure of data in it. No, I'm not going to do that. All right, so there's an exchange function we need to write. Yeah, Brand, I saw that. I'm super stoked that I don't have to maintain a fork of it anymore. So let's go up to the top up here and we'll write external exchange code will be a function that is going to be a thing that takes a client ID, which is a string, code redirect URI. It's going to be like pretty close. That's like not. So it takes a client ID, client secret, a code,
Functions describe the
a redirect
world.
URI. Yeah. Okay. And we want to, that doesn't need to be a unit. That doesn't need to be there. Whoops. And then can we say, what is this going to return? Token data? All right, so let's just move our token data to the top. Paste, type token data. And this is going to return token data. Actually, it's going to be token data JS. Yeah. And then we want to say, can I use @mel_uncurry on this, Antonio? @mel.uncurry. Only a single string is allowed in BS external. What? Only in callbacks? Okay, so the way I fix this then, right, is I can write a wrapper, right? I think this is what Javi showed me. I can say like you, and then we can say this is that, and then we say let exchange code do all that. And we'll say that's not quite right, but this will be fun. Yeah. And no, we want that. And we want in here at you. What happened here? We just got like a bunch of duplicate shit. Fun. Then we gotta yank all that. Shouldn't it have been something like that? What did I do wrong here? I know I did this in, is it an FS Extra? Oh, right. So if we jump back here, is it like that? Client ID, client secret, code, redirect URI. Or, oh God, what is this doing? The expression has type, but the expression was do I mark it here at you rather than at the end? Oh, it was fine before. Just delete all the arguments on the let line. Delete to equal. And then you're saying we take these now and we move them here, paste those there, delete around that. And then we call, or I guess we don't even need, is it like that? That seems right. I think that's right. We can go test this, right? We can say yoink that, jump over to Melange Playground. And let's drop that in up here. I think it's arg1, arg2. Wait, now I'm confused. Exchange code U, arg1, arg2. Oh, it is correct now? Okay. All right, cool. God, I'm like forgetting my keybinds all over the place. But I prefer the ETA expanded. Okay, yeah, I actually prefer what you just described too. So let's yank to there, and then we'll say paste that there. And then we'll delete to there. And then we take all these and we paste them after it, like that. And let's actually shadow it so it's not exported. Oh boy. Converge between lambda, we take an x and we call a function f on x. Or is this saying this takes 2 arguments? I always forget how to read lambda calculus. Converge between... Right. So this is saying this is a function that takes an f, an x, and then returns the x. I shouldn't dive into church numerals right now. I'll come back to this later. I've got some reading to do. That's what I meant to say. I just didn't express it correctly. All right, so we have exchange code, and let's see if we can say let underscore equals exchange code, and we'll get a client ID, which be an empty string, get a client secret, which is going to be also an empty string, a code, which is also an empty string, and a redirect URI, which is also an empty string. In, we'll return a unit. All right, what did we do wrong here? Oh, we want to ignore the value. Exchange code, that looks good. Now, how do we do in await? In I assume there is like a bind on JS promise in Melange. JS promise Melange. In fact, I should just pull up Melange Mentor now. Where did you post that link? There it is. And we're going to say, let's close this up. Does Melange expose a bind function and let binding for js.promise.t? Can I get to the docs from here? That might be something good to add to this, Antonio, is a link back to the docs if it's not here and I'm just missing it. So I guess I would write a let binding to resolve. No, that returns a promise. Ah, here it is. Then A to BT. This is similar to our bind function, right? Yeah, momentic bind. So we should be able to say like let star equals js dot promise dot then in, and we can say let star equals val See you, Antonio. Thanks for all the help. Appreciate it as always. So yeah, let's figure out why our let binding's not working. Let's type A to BT, blah, 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 but it was expected to have maybe our what is the value of our X here? Token data JS promise.t. Shouldn't that work? What did I do wrong here? God damn it. What is the freaking... It's control option left. That's not working. Or is that control shift left? Right half. Control option and left. Weird. Why is my bind not working? So, I mean, I guess I could try using this, right? Let's just try writing js.promise.then and maybe get a better instinct for how this works. Takes a function, which takes a value to a promise. Okay. God damn it, I keep locking my computer. So the function will be Wait, I'm like so confused, chat. Is anyone understanding what I'm doing wrong here? Okay, hold on. 1 second. Can you write out the type definition of the bind function? Bind is, God damn it. Yeah, that's what we want. So I think we would write something like let promise bind is this thing. Let's throw that there. Can we comment that? No. So that's in reason, but that's okay. And let's take that and we'll say let promise bind is a thing that takes a promise and then it takes a function, which is going to be this will take a fun value and it will say, I guess no, this would just be function. And then it returns function. Is that how that works? No, that's not right. Oh wait, we forgot the let star. Why did that not work? Jesus, Winnie, knock it off. Stop it. Stop. Relax. Knock it off. Go. Sorry about the barking, chat. You need to return a promise from the function. So I guess it would be like js.promise. What is it, resolve? Winnie. Sorry for the barking, y'all. This will be dash a js.promise.t. And then this will be function will be a function that goes from A to B js.promise.t. So really, this is, I really want this to be a function that does that, right? No. I'm so bad at writing this. Help me fix this. You need to return a promise from the function. Okay, let's try that. Let's collapse this. And we can move this over to the side. Or function. I understand external. Fix my promise bind function and my let star operator. That's looking better, chat. It's looking better. I think we could just say fail with here. Yeah, there we go. Melange Mentor helped us. Well, there we go. That was not so bad. Once I understand what happened here. We'll end up moving this, let's move this into a module. Module promise equals struct end. And we'll say type t equals js.promise.t. Well, actually, we can just include js.promise. What up, well-typed witch? How was your stream? Did you do Advent of Code in assembly again? And we'll say let bind equals
Functions describe the world.
and we can do this. Yep. And then we can say get. You can say promise.bind. Yesterday was so painful. Did you see my solution today? I'm really, really proud of my solution today. I feel like it's awesome. Chat, if I'll link you to my solution in OCaml today. Yeah, we are writing a Twitch integration such that members of chat can redeem 1,000 points for a 1 in 10,000 chance to win a Keychron Q4 keyboard, which is the keyboard I use. Yeah, Antonio and Leo and my coworker helped teach me Angstrom last night on stream and about parser combinators because I'd never used one before, and it was super fun, super cool. I feel like the solution came out really, really clean. Really happy with it. Teach looked at it. He said he thought it was pretty clean. It's definitely overkill for what the problem was, but I also wanted to learn how to use parser combinators, and it's going to give us utilities for parsing input from now on. So like, I think it's worth it. And it's pretty close to how I generally write like OCaml code for work anyways. So it's pretty close to my typical style. All right, so let's say this will be bind. And we'll say let star equals bind. Cool. Token data. Let's see what this generates in the JavaScript. Promise.then function X. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I know. I did it preemptively because I thought it was going to matter more in part 2, and also just as like an exercise of learning how to use a parser combinator and angstrom. But yeah, I wasn't in Teach's chat. I was in Prime's chat. I left Prime's stream once he started part 2 because I hadn't started part 2 yet. I was Christmas shopping while he was doing part 1. And then I came over, we did part 2, and then we're working on the Twitch integration now. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Let's grab this, format that, grab this all, and we'll take this back to our code now that we nailed our bindings. So we do that. And let's just say type token data, because we don't have that yet. Okay, that all looks good. We should go make another module. We should say in here, let's say promise / Dune. Write that, come in here, yank that, go up into there. Yank that, go back into there, paste it, write that. Okay, open that up. This will be promise. This, we don't have a common module. That's weird. Okay, and then we'll just say promise.ml. Write that, and we will go into here, auth, grab this, and go back to promise.ml. Oh, did we not open that? Paste that in, that's good. And we can delete around that, go into this Doom file, and then here, we can make this promise. And that should all build successfully. We should still be able to reference promise in here. Promise dot, are we not building? We are. Oh, I didn't add it here. Right. We definitely have a promise library. Promise, Dune. How did that get uppercase? All right, so let's go back to our auth. That works. Excellent. We should be able to see promise. Yep. Dot bind. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. Sick. This is going to be an LSP issue. There it is. Fix that. Yeah. LSP restart. I'm going to sit back down now. Getting a little tired of standing. All right, we got about 30 more minutes here, chat. Probably going to be a lot of writing bindings. I'll probably end up streaming again tonight because I really want to get this done this weekend. So Monday morning, chat can start redeeming
Functions
points.
describe the world.
Thank you for the follow, Kermit. Let me get that back up. Okay. All right, let's go back to looking at the docs here.
Functions describe the world.
Thank you for the follows, Stu Squared, Kermit, and Frost Buzzley. Appreciate all of you. What up, Vincer? Welcome back. Oh, maybe we didn't even need to write that. Whoops. So is this our token data here? That is our token data. So that's what our token looks like. So let's switch to our terminal again and switch to, how do I don't even know how to do that. Let's minimize this, keep that over there. Okay. I don't know why this thing gets upset, but let's go here and we're going to say module token equals struct end, and we're going to say type T equals a record that has a access. Yeah, that's pretty close. Refresh token expires in as an integer, I assume. And then obtain mint timestamp. Guessing that's also just an int. Man, my LSP is getting real borked. All right, I think I can fix this. Let's do a doing clean. Actually, let's do a doing clean with all of it. And didn't Antonio say this was right? All right, what did I do wrong here? Hold on, chat. I did this before. Where was it? Yo, got a PGA team rate this chat. My cat's getting badly influenced by these lyrics. Listen, cats are, you know, can't trust them. So I'm a little confused about what I'm doing wrong here, right? So we have this thing, and we want to say this is uncurried, right? Is it at? How is this not annotated correctly? I don't understand. Oh, now it says it's good. Oh no, what is it? I can't tell. Reset my terminal. Dune, and we can't scroll up, yeah. Dune B. Okay, I guess this is fine. So weird. I don't know why this is so confused. This will have twerple. I'll probably fix that. Yeah, that fixed that. Okay. All right, we're back to a good spot. Sorry for dealing with some build tooling there. So this tutorial tells us user ID, one refresh. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So we need to add our add user function yet.
Functions describe.
So let's write that. So it's going to be
world.
external add user, and that's going to take a user ID. Should be a string and token data, and then we're going to get back. I don't know what that returns, but let's just say it returns a unit. That's pretty close. That's probably actually what we want. Okay, so I think we can get our auth token now. And we can probably try this, chat. Let's see if I can do this without doxing myself. Or doxing my frickin' Twitch creds. So let's go write like a main function. Let's just say like, let's go to our bin. And let's add a Dune file. And let's jump over and copy. This doesn't have a bin anymore. Let me go just steal a quick bin from Spotify transfer. Yeah, we can just go here, go to my other repos, and it's going to be OCaml playlist transfer, bin, Dune, yoink that, and we'll go into here, paste that, and this is going to be called, I don't know, Twitch integrations, right? Twitch integrations. Why is it such a hard word to write? Integrations. Sure. And we'll take it's gonna need a mode melange. Or no, that's not how this is gonna work. Right, because we're gonna run it with bun, not Dune. Right, so we're gonna, in here, we're gonna write an app.ml. And we're gonna say, so let's say let main is a function that takes a unit, and we'll have, we wanna get client secret, so we'll say let client secret equals sys.getEnv. Yep. I'm so nervous about this, chat. And then we'll say, let's pull up our Twerple docs. We need to make a new auth provider. So let's say let auth provider equals Twerple dot auth dot refreshing dot make. Let's return a unit. And what's this subset about? What does this thing take? Oh, it takes a config object. Right, so let's look at that. Yo, what up, Ryan? Thank you for the raid. It's our like third raid already. Everyone go give Ryan a follow. He's the best Elixir dev I know. We want to go to Twerple, go to auth, and we have this. Right, so this is the structure we need to make right here. Yoink. And we'll say let auth config equals, let's just paste this up here so we can see it. And we'll just do the old GB. Let's make this full screen for now. Let's say, we're just gonna make this none for now. And let's open our .env config that has nothing sensitive in it yet. And we're just gonna say this is change foo and bar. All right. And let's say let config equal, paste that in, and let's see if we can do a, this is gonna be a, let's just open Twerple. And we'll say this is gonna be a auth dot refreshing auth provider dot config. Okay, and then we can pass our config into here. I actually don't trust this yet. Let's just do like a js.log. See if we can get something running. Right? In fact, we can get rid of that. So now let's go down here. That should be built. We should be able to run bun. Not promising, chat. So we're gonna have to look at our JS. So here's our JS. Oh, we never fucking called our function. Jesus. I'm so good at the programming. Still not promising because we didn't build. Still skill issues. Error. I wonder if getEnv isn't actually, I wonder if that's not actually implemented and we just have to use the process module to get it. Let's go look at our JS again.
Functions describe the world.
So we say caml sys getEnv, and let's go there. Type of process equal undefined. Let's say not found. And down here we'll say not found too. I don't know. It looks like it should work. So let's do a, oh shit. So that's not either of those. Oh, there we go. I just didn't load direm. Again, classic skill issues, chat. All right, so we are able to log our shit. That's a good start. Let's go now to back to our app.ml, and we're going to say, we're going to try to make an auth provider now. So let's do that. And once we make that, we got to keep following the directions here. We got to say, let's just say module auth provider. Twerple will be auth.refreshing auth provider. And now we can get rid of this annoying, say auth provider. Yep. And this will be just auth provider. There we go. And then we can say let underscore equals auth provider dot on refresh. And this takes a callback function that gets our, we can ignore everything right here. And let's just say refreshed. Sure. That'll be user ID. And this will be token data. All right, let's go look at our let's go look at our generated JavaScript. Oh, ha. npm init, or we should probably bun init, right? Bun init. The entry point will actually be build/source/app.js. And then we'll bun install at twerple auth. Twerple/auth. So let's do a doom build again. Okay. We probably have to await this, right? So I'm actually curious if I can just do like percent mel.raw and we just do like await. This argument will not be used by the function. Let's see what that generates anyways. Let's go to our JS. That's not quite what we want. So let's go back again. We probably want to do like promise dot then is that how that works? So what's the function signature for that? It takes a, yeah, okay, so we want that. Okay, so that should be a good starting point there. And then it takes, should probably ignore that. And then it needs to take an actual promise, which will be main do we just do promise.resolve? Promise.resolve. And we'll say promise.resolve. Yeah, look at that, chat. That's sick. Can't tell me that's not sick. Let's look at the JS. App.js. I need to add my ripgrep ignore for sure. Main.then promise resolve. Beautiful. These stack traces aren't beautiful, but you know. So let's try running. So we got our done log. Why did we not get right? Because the problem here is we have to do something more like, let's say, let's finished, and that will be like a oh, we're not quite there. Hold on, I know what we got to do. We got to say what do we have to do here? We need like a piece of mutable state. So let's say I don't know if we need a mutable state or not. But we need to like set a value. Let's just say let completed, and this is going to be like a promise dot, do we even make? So we can make a resolve will be a function that just goes to that. There we go. Okay, so now down here we can say let we'll say let star, yep, we'll do that, and we'll say let star completed underscore equals completed. So we'll wait for this completed promise to resolve, and then here we can say after this log, we'll go to another line and we'll say promise dot resolve completed. Yeah, so that should work, chat. So we're gonna wait for our auth provider to get a callback from Twitch. Once we get a callback from Twitch, we're gonna resolve our completed promise, and then we'll continue on the function. So let's do a log here, and we'll say js.log starting, and then we'll say js.log awaiting callback. And down here, what do we got to do? We got to wrap up soon, chat, but this is making good progress. Yeah, that might be right. So let's try doing a Dune build. And before we run anything, let's go look at the output JavaScript. So we create this new promise. That looks fine. And we say starting. And then we resolve our promise down here. And we're going to await our promise We're going to say then promise.resolve. Yeah, I think that's right. That looks good, right, chat? That's questionable there. I mean, I guess that's fine actually because it returns void. We're just going to resolve void, which is a unit, which is what we said to do. Okay, YOLO, let's go for it. Starting, awaiting, and we never got anywhere further. Okay. We never saw our then. I wonder if we ever get in here. Let's just add a console.log here. And let's do a bun. So we never get there, which is interesting. So this is never resolving. Oh, we should probably do a catch, right? Dot catch. And we'll say error and error. There we go. Oh, we forgot a paren. Yeah, I get it. Check this out, chat. What up, Mr. Chat Jippity? Where's my Chat Jippity? Here it is. Why are we never seeing the refreshed or done logs in this JavaScript? We would have to, God, LSP stop. Oh my God. LSP stop TS server. This would be, oh my God. I don't care. LSP stop. There we go. Okay. So we say resolve and this will be resolve and this will be reject. Right? And then we'll return an object. resolve, reject. Is that how we do this? In fact, we can just say let resolve and let reject just to make sure we're doing the right things here. Let's delete this and we'll say, we're gonna have to write a function like make rejectable promise or resolvable promise. We'll say resolve equals resolve. And then down here, we should be able to say resolve. Yeah, that looks right. We can say reject too, even though we don't use it. It's fine. Okay, let's try that now. Still no. What about now? No, that should be fine. Oh, sure. Okay, that's still not right. I mean, it's not really that different than debugging normal JavaScript, right? Like we'd still have to do a bunch of this. Oops. All right, so that's working at least. We are getting our class created, so our binding's right there. Check that out. On refresh is undefined. This would still be faster than me writing my own Twitch client in native OCaml though. I don't want to play the game of writing OAuth integrations again. Okay, so there it sees the function. Where are the Twerple docs again? Do we just try rewriting this? Like, this shouldn't matter at all. I bet that was swallowing the promise. Nope, still not right. What in the hell? Am I fundamentally like missing something here? Why is the process not staying alive? Am I not doing my main function correct? How do we keep a freaking thing alive? I bet this is working and I'm just an idiot. I mean, I think bun has a top level of weight anyways. So this should actually keep it alive anyways. Maybe not. All right, we're just going to do this the easy way. We're just going to go look at the source code. I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place. What does this do under the covers?
Functions describe the world.
Oh, these are types. Or no, they're not. This dot register event. What does register event do? This must be a super class, or it must inherit some shit. Does that come from event emitter? That's gotta come from event emitter, right? Thank you for the follow, Croucher. Is it on here? Register event. What? Oh, it's okay, so this comes from another library. They're not using the native one. Fisher typed event emitter. That's not it. Register event. Okay, that makes sense. No, we don't want to do that. So this looks like the docs might be wrong, or I'm just misunderstanding the docs. Because if we go, where is the docs? Or do we lose them? They're over here? No. Are they over here? No. All right, authentication. Auto refreshing tokens. So they create a new auth provider. They like do this thing. Oh, I bet it doesn't fire until we call this. I bet it doesn't fire until we call that. All right, let's try that. And then we're gonna wrap it up here. And we want to return, let's just make a ref. Let resolve equals ref none. And then in here we'll say resolve equals sum. In fact, we'll say this with a backtick just to make sure there's no shadowing going on. Sum resolve. This will be a, we need to grab the type of this. You know, in fact, we're just gonna do this the quick and dirty way. Mel.raw. And we're gonna say let resolved empty is it at? What? Isn't that how we use mel.raw? Oh, it's percent. So we'll say let resolve. We'll just say mel. This will be undefined. Don't even care. I don't care. Then down here, we're just gonna literally say, we're gonna do another mel raw, percent at mel.raw. And we're going to say resolve equals resolve. Okay. And then down here, we're gonna just call resolved, just to make sure that like our theory is correct here. resolve. Whatever, I don't care. Okay, I'm getting exhausted here, so I'm gonna go run some errands and do some yard work, but I'll be back later tonight to keep working on this because I want to get this done this weekend. So thank you for hanging out, everybody. Super appreciate all of you. We'll come back and do this the right way rather than hacking it with mel.raw. Who is streaming? We've got Eduardo. We've got Alt F4. We've got Purple Elf. We're not going to do Eduardo because he's doing a Portuguese stream. Do we want to go to Alt F4 or do we want to go to... I don't know if I'm going to stay up for AOC tonight. Maybe I will, right? It's Saturday. Yeah, maybe we will tonight. I'm not making any guarantees. We'll see how I feel. But let's raid Alt F4. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I'll see you later or tomorrow or Monday morning. For anyone that's new, I stream every Monday morning or every weekday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern time to 10 a.m. Eastern time, doing OCaml content. So yeah, thank you so much.